Welcome back, everyone, to the final credits trailer reactions. Once again, we're going to react to something you probably have already, maybe not. I do know for a fact, this is something brand new that has come out at this time of recording today. Uh, we're apparently watching a remake of Children of the Corn. I'm excited. I enjoyed the original. I kind of want to see what this shows. So, Spade, please.
Prepare to witness the
Shudder.
horrific
Okay.
rise of the next generation of
So that means it will be on
evil.
AMC Plus.
Okay.
Based on the short story by Stephen King, comes the nightmare like you've
Oh, one of the
never
girls from
seen
Stranger Things,
before.
isn't it?
Which one?
Nancy.
I know.
Oh, Nancy.
Not
Oh,
her.
So
Her.
hard sometimes you can hardly
that's
breathe.
her?
I think so.
But I can help with your pain.
No, it's not her.
Yeah.
Brace yourself.
Brace yourself.
He who walks.
Careful now.
He talked to me. He took care of me. So now I'm going to
Damn.
take care of him.
Like killing all the adults.
For starters.
What the hell?
Come! This is our world now!
Children of the Corn.
Oh, wow.
I'll definitely watch that.
Well,
First thing I thought of is that if I it looks like, and I hope it does, like this remake does for like the original Children of the Corn that the It remakes did off of the original. 'Cause I feel like the It movies were really successful. I feel like this could be successful in a very similar way. So it could. You think so? Maybe
I
not.
don't know. I wasn't too thrilled with this trailer.
It looks okay.
Yeah.
my number one concern is, my God, how are you gonna make Corn evil again? That's what I want to know, because we understand Children of the Corn brought us the entire trope of creepy children, that along with The Shining. But Children of the Corn was definitely one of the movies that Stephen King did that was very much on the fence. You clearly had some of like the hits with Pet Sematary and It.
Right.
Children of the Corn, I felt like wasn't a flop, but at the end, like, okay, what's the big bad guy? What's the thing? What are we going to be scared of this time? This time, Corn! We're supposed to be scared of Corn. How did we do that? Demon possession. Woo!
But
How
it became
are we gonna be
it
scared of
wasn't.
Corn this time? That's what I'm concerned with.
I don't feel like it was a I think I could be wrong, but I think it was a theatrical flop, and then it became a cult favorite.
Yep.
After it came out on VHS.
You could be right. Yeah.
I was gonna say it is like a cult. It has like a cult.
Yeah,
following.
now it's a cult
Yeah.
favorite.
Yeah.
Everyone's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, Children of the Corn," and then now you know why they're making a remake. But to be honest with you, maybe because when I originally saw Children of the Corn, I mean, I was like, a wee tad little boy, so maybe that's why it freaked me out. But this trailer didn't seem very.
It still had a very eerie feel to it.
Why? Because they had creepy music in the background, and you had
Creepy
the
music, the
70s
creepy-
voiceover.
I would say the announcer was like the creepiest part of like this entire
Right.
show.
It was the
I'll-
70s voiceover.
I know.
I'll say this: any movie like thriller or horror movie hasn't been truly disturbing or scary since like the 70s and the 80s. Because I feel like that for me, that's always just been like the golden era of anything horror related. Because just the way it's shot, it just
I would agree.
back then just looked creepier.
I feel
Nowadays,
like
it's not.
us being like in our 30 some odd years of existence, we've also been desensitized to a lot of like the horror tropes. And even when they try to like do new horror things for the newer generation, it's mostly psychological horror because you can't just like recreate
become
that
numb.
magic that was that you can't recreate that from when you felt it in like the 70s and the 80s when everything was fairly fresh and it was like a unspeakable monster that was like doing these things. When I say monster, I mean Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees, Freddy Krueger, things of that nature. But now, because of all horror fans who have loved these creatures and there is a following for horror movies, we've all become desensitized because this is what we want. This is what we've clung on to. This is everything that we want. So anything new that tries to come out, it's very much like, oh, we're trying to take something from the older generation, something that you love. Yes, I love it. I'm not scared of it.
And falling to the same trap of let's do a remake, like everything else.
But that's the thing, though. Are you really watching a movie to get scared, or are you watching it to entertain yourself, to be a little bit like, ooh, there was a jump scare right there. Ooh, that kind of like threw me off.
Spain, I would say it's a mixed bag nowadays because some people do genuinely go to like a theater or like a convention or something of that nature to be scared, and that's their thing, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But there are some that want to be like, oh, I want to be scared, but nothing that's gonna frighten me for weeks on end. Maybe just a little jump scare, and that's perfectly fine.
Well, we see that's the thing, though. I mean,
fine too, but
But will a 30-year-old be as scared as somebody who's 18 who's just watching it for the first time? You see what I'm saying? Yeah. I feel like because you're getting older, you're not able to feel the fear that when you're younger. Like imagine if you're 18 years old and you're first time watching The Children of the Corn, the 1984 original, right? Mm-hmm. That will freak you out. But when you're watching it when you're in your mid 30s or 40s or 50s, you're like, okay, it was a good movie. You know what I'm saying?
I have an interesting question to ask you guys. Do you think the appeal, I know it's a remake from 30 years ago. Do you think the appeal of Stephen King?
40.
Exactly. Does the appeal of Stephen King still hold up?
Yes.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yes.
He's the king.
It did for it. It did for it to give it a sequel. Yes. And it will do it again for Children of the Corn for sure.
That's fair.
But I think what it needs to like nail is just tone. But it probably won't because I feel like this kind of goes into why I feel like 80s and 70s horror movies are just inherently better than modern ones. It's just that I feel like movies, the way that they're shot these days, like on digital film, they all have the same effects, the same kind of music. It's not, like there's like that. Like in this trailer, you hear like that same like dun dun like that you hear like every other thriller movie these days. Like it's just like the effects look the same. Nothing about it really gives that
carbon copies
tone. Yeah, there's that extra like bit that you need to give, like the extra bit of effort you need to give for like tone.
It's definitely gonna draw. It definitely get the horror diehards for sure. I just don't think it should have just gone. I know, Spade, before you hit record, you said it's going to go to streaming pretty fast. It should have just been a streaming release from the start. And I don't know if it
you don't know working. That you only seen one trailer.
I know. I'm just.
Can you really tell a movie by just one trailer?
But hypothetically, I mean, no. But I just had the streaming feel to it. That I hope I don't get too much hate for that.
Well. That's like saying that the new Hellraiser movie. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I saw it and I thought it was pretty good. I feel like if it went to the theater, it would have made some money as opposed to going straight to Hulu.
Okay. What about the this was on one of your 20. This was on your 22 movie list. Do you think the Predator Hulu movie should have been a movie released for?
Oh, without a doubt, that should have went straight to the theater.
I don't mean to go off topic, but I feel like that falls in the same ballpark a little bit.
It should have went straight to the movie theaters, but nobody was going to the theaters at that point when it came out.
That's the issue, problem. Because this movie was essentially made when the world was kind of on fire. So
Right.
Yeah, it came out in October 2020. It was released in Saratoga, Florida, from what I was reading, at maybe a singular movie festival. Now it took a few years to get it for a wider audience, and then
Mhm.
move over to the streaming platform.
there you go.
What do you
Well,
think?
That's right. We've also talked so much about our opinions. Can't just shut us up sometimes. But for now, I'm going to shut everyone up and say, guys, what did you think? Let us know down in a little doobly-doo, and let us know. Please. We want to know your opinion. For the love of God, tell us. Roll credits. We out.